Whether it's criminal defense, estate planning, or civil litigation, the answer is the law offices of Andrew Doja. Call us today at 510-865-1600 or find us on the web at dojalaw.com.
For tenant and landlord disputes, there's no other than the law office of Jeff Canberra. Call now 1-510-865-7369 and don't forget to tell them Zig sent you.
And guys, make sure, please go like, subscribe, ring that little bell. Follow Ziggy wherever he is. He's on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and that's right, Twitch. So please go like, subscribe, ring that little bell. You'll be notified for every new episode of Zig in the Zone. And as you guys know, Zig, tell us about that Head Start program. What does Ziggy say?
Oh, Ziggy says you want to get the kids reading. That's part of what the problem is. And you want to get the kids to have a passion. So the neediest of those kids are those involved in the Head Start program. So what I'd like you to do on behalf of the Comfortably Zone Network is take some new and lightly used children's books, wrap them up, doesn't have to, put them in a box, and take them to your local Head Start program wherever you are. And boy, I'll tell you that combination of reading, which is incredibly important, much more so than math and languages, but that's an editorial comment. And getting the kids to have a passion makes life. Our passion is sports. Paulie's passion is self-abuse.
And that's right.
Hey,
I love self-abuse so much. I do it at least twice a day. That's right, an early and a late show. So
right.
Please. So
and,
yeah.
And
we're back.
The advantage to that, what you do is take a nap afterwards, Paulie, and wake up and have a wake and bake. You could have several a day.
I do that. I curl up in the fetal position in between sets of comedy. It makes me feel at home, so that's good. But we're back here with George. We're back here with George, and I'm dying to hear about all the stuff. He's got 3 different books out there. Go ahead, Ralph. You lead them into this.
Hey, I'm just going to say that I'm going to reiterate that George is the premier New York Ranger, which is a big organization, has been around for a lot of years, the premier writer of the history of the New York Rangers. Stan Fischler, like George modestly refers to, is the hockey maven from that, with that in mind. But George, I'm proud to know you. You're an achiever on every level. So tell us about the books that you've written.
Well, this is We Did Everything But Win. It's about the Emil Francis era Rangers. And the cover picture is interesting because if you look way up here, up there somewhere, I'm in that picture because that's where we had our season tickets. And
so do me a favor and cover your face
night.
so we can see it. There we go. All right.
Hold the book down a little bit so we can see.
And talking about the titles for books. This book was called The Book for many months when I was working on it, because I thought it was the only book I was ever going to write, and I didn't have a title for it. And one day Emil just said to me, we did everything but win. There's my title. There's my title right there. And then Guardians of the Goal, which is all about the Ranger goaltenders from their first goaltender in the 1926 up until Igor Shesterkin. And some of them were good, some of them were bad, some of them were very good, some of them were very bad, and they're all in there. And this book
And
didn't have a
George,
title either.
let me interrupt that one of the premier goaltenders in Ranger history just passed away, Ed
Ed Johnson,
Giacomo.
yep, my
Um,
my boyhood idol. Eddie was an inspiration to a whole generation of Ranger fans, and he never won a Stanley Cup, but he won a Vezina Trophy with Gilles Villemure. He made it into the Hockey Hall of Fame. Um, he gave his fans many, many memories. He had a very long career. Uh, his career actually started by a mistake. The Washington Lions of the Eastern Hockey League back in the 60s needed a goalie to finish up the season. And they called his brother, Raleigh, to come in and play goal for the last couple of games of the season. And Raleigh couldn't make it. He was working. So Eddie went down there. Eddie went down there and played, and then he kept playing and playing and playing, and thereby hangs the tale. I don't know whatever happened to Raleigh, but Eddie became a Hall of Fame goaltender.
wow, great story.
And now this book, Under Undermanned but Undaunted, I was writing this book when I was about halfway through it, and I lost my mojo for it. I just didn't have it going anymore for it. So I got halfway through. So I volunteered to do Ralph's book, not knowing that it was going to take me 18 months to finish it up. But we finished it, and by then I got my mojo back for the book, and which all through its life was called Forgotten Blue Shirts. But I knew that wasn't a good title, so I came up with Undermanned but Undaunted, about the Frank Boucher era Rangers who were kind of screwed by Lester Patrick, because at the beginning of World War II, Lester thought that the NHL was going to close up shop for a couple of years, so he sold off a lot of his players. And then when the NHL didn't close up shop, the Rangers had no players. So they had to do the best they could. They had to scrounge around for goalies and players, and um, they had 4 or 5 really bad years there in a row, and but they persevered and they got through it, and that's what that book is all about. And I've had fun writing them, and talking about Stan Fischler. Stan Fischler is not in the Hockey Hall of Fame, which is very surprising. He's written over 100 books. He's still going at 93 years old. He's still pushing out 3 columns a day to a mailing list of people, famous people too. And we have a campaign going. A friend of mine, Harvey Cohen, and a couple other people are petitioning the committee to get him the Elmer Ferguson Award from the Hockey Hall of Fame, which goes to hockey writers, which Stan should be eligible for, but they have snubbed him all these years. The Stan kind of shrugs it off. He kind of gives like a Groucho Marx um,
Yeah,
response, saying
they didn't want me. I don't
I
want them.
no, well, that I wouldn't want to be part of a club that would want to have me as a member, and but you could tell it hurts. He should be in there for all rights. He should be in there. So we got this campaign going. Harvey has been sending emails to anybody in power at the NHL, Gary Bettman, on down, everyone at the Hockey Hall of Fame. So many famous players, and hopefully we'll get it done this year. They vote at the end of towards the end of the season, and then they do the installation towards the end of the season. So hopefully this year we'll get him in because he's 93, and things
Beautiful.
happen.
Anything else you want to talk about?
Yeah, we're going to talk about that one. We're going to talk about, you want to talk about Robert Redford.
Robert Redford.
But hold on a sec. So you wanted to talk about the passing of Robert Redford, and you were talking about The Natural earlier, the movie The Natural.
I was. The only thing I want to say about first the movie, The Natural, it transcends just being a baseball movie to being a great movie on any level. Happens to be baseball, my passion, makes it all the better for the old man. What can I tell you? So that was the best thing he or most actors have ever done. And I just wanted to talk about with you guys about what you thought of any of his movies or himself. Start
Well, I
with you,
enjoyed
Paulie. Oh,
his three movies that I liked the best were All the President's Men. That was good. He played Bob Woodward in that one, and The Sting, and Butch Cassidy and
Mm-hmm.
the Sundance Kid. I mean,
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
both they're Butch. They were good entertaining movies. All the President's Men was very topical at the time, but it's one of those movies that when you see it on, you just have to stay with it. So
mm,
He's one of those guys
that's.
that. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was just going to interject that that's interesting because Ford's pardoning Nixon that time, right,
yeah,
is what's wrong with this country. We've never had a president that didn't have a sense of entitlement to do anything he damn well pleased on any level. And if you think about it, not just Trump, Trump just is absolutely evil. But so that, that's what comes to mind about that movie. Great movie, great, great book. Um,
I like Dustin Hoffman
Woodward
too.
and
So that was
Bernstein.
that was that
Woodward
was a
and
plus that he was in that
Bernstein.
movie.
I want to get it straight. Woodward and Bernstein.
Bernstein,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, for the
They
All the
used to call
President's
him
Men.
Epstein.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Paulie, any thoughts?
No, I agree. One of my all-time favorite movies is Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid.
Yeah.
It's definitely one of my go-to. It's one that as you're flipping through the channels or you get stuck on it, I'll stop. It doesn't matter where it is in the film. I'll stop. I'll probably watch the whole damn thing.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
so classic all the way through. Just on so many levels. Um, boy, he everything he did, I really enjoyed.
Yeah.
He's one of the last classic actors.
Right.
I mean everything he did. I remember remember the one with the great Waldo Pepper when he was like
Right. Right.
the pilot from like the 40s. And so even stuff like that was so cool. Just everything he seemed to do. He just kind of, it's a little piece of Americana. And I mean a real good piece of Americana. It's the stuff that we've
Right.
talked about. It's the stuff we've talked about in this podcast. It's stickball. It's playing in the streets and kick the can, and it's every bit of that nomenclature. I think we can all grab on to something that he's done over these years that really
No
resonate with us.
scandals. No
I was
scandals
No
say that
that I
scandals.
could think.
he kept his
Holy
nose clean. Yeah.
smokes. Yeah,
Yeah.
Right.
and I forget which actor we heard about, but it was after they passed, they started talking about him. And
Yeah.
people
Paul
started
Newman.
coming. Was it Paul?
Paul
I can't.
Newman.
Somebody was. It was like after they passed, then a few women came out, and I was like, really?
Mhm.
Yeah.
The guy didn't have any scandals while he was alive, but now you're going to accuse him after he just passed. It's like,
Oh, good point.
it's like, okay, at least let him be here to defend himself,
Mhm.
because otherwise you're just spouting off at
Yeah.
this point. And believe me, I believe in victims, and I'm not trying to re-victimize people, but yeah, if they've died and they didn't have anything going on, I mean, I don't know.
You
It's like
rang?
yeah. so I enjoyed all his movies. I really did. I don't think there was a
Myself.
turkey. I can't think of a turkey. Can you think of a bad
No, no.
No.
one? Right? I think even the slowest one, what was it, Out of Africa or whatever? I can't remember the one. It was all
I didn't see that. I didn't
cinematic,
see that, yeah.
or whatever one. It was really cinematic. It was beautiful. It's just it was slow, or whatever.
Well, he was also in The Way We Were with Barbara Streisand. That was kind of
Oh,
sappy.
absolutely. That was a
kind of sappy,
tearjerker.
So maybe we'll
Oh,
get
what
back.
about the? Didn't he also do? He also did another. Oh, that was O'Neill. I was thinking that was Ryan O'Neill. He did like Funny Girl with her, but no, that was O'Neill. Okay, but
Hey,
yeah,
let me tell you a quick story of him.
sure.
He wanted to do, I can't think of the producer's name of The Graduate. And he was a great friend of the producer of The Graduate.
Great
And
movie. My favorite
Right,
movie.
right.
mine
Second
too.
favorite movie.
Or the second, my second favorite could be my first on any given day. Elaine Robinson got started in the back seat of a
Yeah,
Chevy.
yeah. Yeah, it
That
was a
was a
great
great
movie.
line. But he wanted to play the Dustin Hoffman part. He was a young kid at the time. And the producer says to him, as his friend, he says, here's a test for you. Have you ever been hurt by a woman? And he goes, no, just you can't play the part.
Hmm.
I mean, there's a certain thing that transcends acting, and
Mhm.
that's being real. And
Mhm.
that's what these guys are all about. Dustin Hoffman. You could see him having been hurt by a woman, and um, just made me tear up when I saw that as real. I can't think of the producer's name.
I can tell you the two producers of The Graduate. The two producers of The Graduate. One I don't know, which is Lawrence Turman. The other one I do know, Mike Nichols.
That's
Mike
the
Nichols,
one.
yes. Okay.
And if you both remember that he teamed up with Elaine
Elaine May.
May
Yep.
Right?
to be a great comedy
So
duo.
this is post Elaine May and Mike Nichols. This is
Oh,
after Second City.
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. Um, hey, do we get to kibble some good stuff on
We
Zig in
do,
the
and
Zone?
I almost want to grab my Elaine and May albums because I got them right here. But no, that we always have a great time talking, right?
Yeah. George, you've been a mainstay in my life. What can I tell you?
Thanks, Ralph.
Same
Thanks
to you,
for
Paul.
thanks for having me
Yeah.
on. Thanks for the opportunity. Thanks for
Yeah.
getting me started in podcasting.
Please come back
Pushing
soon.
and push me
And
away.
please,
Fly, little bird, fly.
and show us that beautiful logo again. Show us that beautiful logo again. Again, guys, it's the Retro Rangers podcast. You can download it, subscribe, and everything. Listen to it live on Spotify. Check it out. All right, guys. Again, the Retro Rangers podcast. Thank you, George. And of course, no problem. And definitely get all of George's books, including the one he's done with Ralph here in a vat of pine tar. Please get them on Amazon. Is that your preferred method of?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Absolutely.
That way these guys don't have to handle a thing. You just have the minions over at Amazon deliver that little book onto your shelf. And
right out. Yep. Yeah.
They haven't complained about being tired yet.
Yep.
But we aims to please. Thank you,
there you
George. Thank you,
All
Paulie.
Thanks. Talk to you soon.
We're out.
all right, guys, we'll see you next week in the zone. Until then.